Hi there, and welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. Okay, we are going to be doing what area of your life this energy is going to show up in the strongest, and that is the area of your life you should focus on for new beginnings, new cycles, planting new seeds and wishes for manifestation. Okay, but let's start with what is Scorpio's key phrase? It is I desire. All right. And during this new moon cycle, it's going to be very heaven, heavily laden with the Scorpio energy, and you need to use it to your advantage. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about that energy. It's very transformative, it's death and rebirth. It loves for old things to die off, like in full moon, so that you can rebirth, bring in new things for manifestation during new moons. It's nonverbal feelings, it's wanting power, it's needing to know the truth and asking what is the truth behind the facade. Because things aren't always as they seem, Scorpio energy, being very instinctual and intuitive, or the detective of the zodiac, will push you to get to the bottom of what's going on. What is this? What does this mean? What's being hidden? It is also a very intense and passionate energy, especially when it comes to intimate unions. It can also be very alluring and powerful, and when used for selfish reasons rather than good, healthy, and balanced ones, it can be a little dangerous. So, the moral of the story, avoid using this power negatively, okay? So, now that we know what the Scorpio I desire energy is, let's take a look at where it's going to show up for each rising or sun slash zodiac sign. You're going to read about it in the video that's coming up, or sorry, it's the same video as it's coming up. All right. And always, I do suggest watching for rising sign first because it will resonate the most. If you need help finding your rising sign, leave a comment, and free of charge, I will help you. Okay. And if you want to go as far as having a personalized new moon reading done based on your very own birth chart, there is a link to my website where you can get information and pricing. All right. And it's in the description box. So let's get right into this. Also at the end, I forgot to tell you, there will be a pick a card. So if you decide to try to manifest more, try to have new beginnings in other areas of your life as well, I'll give you ideas towards that with a tarot oracle reading. So there will be timestamps for that as well. I will see you there. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second part of your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is the pick a card. So if you want to, in addition to what you've already read for your rising or sun/zodiac sign, okay? If you want to plant more seeds, try to manifest more good into your life, this one of these piles, or both of them if you want to watch both, may give you an idea of what exactly it is that, what area that you can work on additionally. So we have pile 1, the Wool card, number 44, and Mookaite Jasper. We have pile 2, Apothecary Cabinet, number 1, with Picture Jasper. So whatever pile number, whatever card or crystal calls to you, then you go with that. If you should, again, feel that you need to watch both, you can do that too. I always say overachievers are welcome. So pick your pile and I will see you there. Hi to those of you who chose this card, Wool, number 44, pile 1, or this Mookaite Jasper heart crystal. I decided to go with hearts rather than the moons this time. I don't know, I think it's just the colors. So I'm just going to put that over here for you. And I'm going to just set this card to the side and we will bring it in at the end, okay? So first thing out that I want to do is just kind of get an overall energy, we can call it, or these can just be messages. Remember with these cards, they can be individual messages. They're going to be the different houses that you can go back and look at if you want to work in addition to what it is you've already read, right? And I'm going to be doing tarot with each card and then more live tarot and oracle as we move through it. So let's get right into this. Remember, we've got that Scorpio energy around us. There is a timestamp if you want to go back and listen to what the Scorpio energy is again. But let's get started, pile 1. We have Taurus. Okay, well, right there, first, right out of the gate, second house, okay? Second house. So if you read for the second house already, if that's where your sign landed, then this is Spirit doubling down saying, you know what, there is something you need to manifest, plant seeds for. What are your dreams and wishes for that second house? All that good that you want to bring into your life for your highest good. So go back and take a look at that second house. But just remember, it's about your money, your earned income, your financial responsibilities, your core values, even how you value yourself, okay? But it can also be things like personal property and possessions, things you have. That's very Taurus. We love things, okay? So that is another house that you can go back and look at. And with it, we have this card, which I'll just show you the name, okay? And it says Harvest and Culmination. Well, I feel like that kind of fits right in here with Taurus. They love to gather, right? They love to gather things. They love to make a plan and then plant it and do it and then gather in the reward. The abundance, very much a Taurus thing. It says, keep faith in the journey, for one day you will look back just to realize how content you are. I almost feel, because there's going to be messages in here from Spirit too, I almost feel this is a message saying, you know what, for some of you out there, you have everything you need. Okay, which again is such, I feel, I know it's Pisces, we'll get into that in a minute, but again, a very Taurus energy, right? Like, because sometimes Taurus, like their, sibling Capricorn, like to keep gathering and gathering more and more and more, okay? But Taurus tends to do it with things. So I almost feel this could be a message for someone out there. You have enough, okay? You have enough. Let's start bringing other good things into your life. All right. Now, I said there's Pisces here. That is the 12th house. So where in the 12th house, okay, which is your imagination, again, your dreams, anything to do with spirituality or the mystical and magical, things that are hidden or unseen. It can also be healing, self-reflection, that type of thing, solitude. So where do you want to bring in more good into your life? It can also deal with escapism, withdrawal, addictions, and sabotage. So maybe if you're dealing with any of those issues, what do you want to bring in to help you with any of that? Okay, so you can look at 2nd and 12th now. Let's get the next card. Darkness, long night moon. I just feel like that goes along with the 12th house, right? Your unconscious mind, right? It's kind of, what are you thinking about when you're not thinking about? What's in your unconscious? Okay. I don't know. There's just something about that. I feel like whatever it is, it's a good thing. I feel like whatever it is, it's bringing answers. So what I want to say here is, maybe in the darkness, think of sleeping, think of dreams. Start maybe paying attention and writing down your dreams, okay? Pile 1, that may be important for someone here, because I feel like it will illuminate something, and it could have something very much to do with what you've already read or this reading right here. But remember, with that Scorpio energy, we're talking about death and rebirth, which is death, we do full moons, so check those out. And rebirth are the new moons, right? I'm going to say it like that to help you understand, so that you are getting rid of what doesn't serve you so you can bring in what does. And Scorpio loves that energy, right? They love to, over and over again. The phoenix rising from the ashes is another thing. But the other thing that Scorpio energy, they have a lot of, and I think I said it in the beginning, right? Nonverbal feelings. They feel a lot internally. Another thing is they want power. And they need to know the truth. And that energy will go after trying to find the truth. No matter how hard it is, they will get to the bottom of it, right? Because it's instinctual and intuitive, and it knows if there's something that's just not right. So use that kind of energy here with Taurus. Is there something that just isn't right when it comes to how you value yourself or your core beliefs? Is there something that just isn't right when it comes to your money or earned income or financial responsibilities? Or, when it comes to your healing, your self-reflection? Like I said, maybe if you have issues with addiction or withdrawal or sabotage and escapism, what is the problem? What is the problem there? That, you need to bring some good in, okay? You need to be bringing in some good. You need to see the truth, and that's going to help you bring in the good, okay? So let's get into the rest of the cards here, and just keep that energy in mind, okay? Because that's what we're working with. Oh, okay, you guys, Taurus. So again, they're doubling down on Taurus. There's something that you need to either let go of to bring in here, plant the seeds with this new moon, okay? And use that Scorpio energy while it's at the strongest to get to the bottom of, there's something in that 2nd house that you need to be bringing in the good, okay? There's a truth you need to come to terms with, maybe, okay? So your dreams need a practical plan. Well, if this for you, we are talking about, this is, new moon, manifestation, your dreams and wishes, bringing them into reality. And Taurus loves a practical plan. So maybe that's what some of you need, okay? It can be that simple. There's something that you want to do in any area of your life, but there needs to be a practical plan. Look at this. The 10 of Cups. If you are able to get that practical plan into motion, okay, this dream or wish, it's going to fill you emotionally. The Ten of Cups is happiness. It's joy. It's feeling content. It's, oh, and didn't it say back here something about just to realize how content you are? It's about contentment and joy and happiness, and everything is just going right. You feel emotionally fulfilled. And I feel that whatever your dream or wish is here, as I said, these can all be individual little messages too. You really need, maybe for some of you, to get to that place of contentment, right? But anyway, I feel like this needs a practical plan. That's the message they're giving. It needs a practical plan. You need to be practical about it, okay? Maybe you need to write it down. I don't know how you'll do it, but whatever practical means to you, okay? Is it writing out in a journal? Is it jotting it down on a piece of paper? Is it just keeping it in your mind and, always constantly thinking about it, right? It'll be different for everyone. Now, let's get the next card. We have New Moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Okay. That can be a very specific message, just about some of you need to know you are loved. Maybe that's what will bring you contentment in your life. Maybe that's what's going to help you make the plan to finally get what it is that you need here. All right. I feel it's very interesting that come out. It is Libra, the 7th house, which is all about the people in your life, your one-to-one relationships, right? Your spouse, significant other, family, friends, colleagues, business partners. I even say it can be about your clients sometime, because if you're at work, you may have a very close relationship, working relationship with your clients. But the other thing is, it's about peace and harmony and fairness and balance and judgment. Justice. Okay. The other thing I love about this is that Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So when it says you are loved, I feel in order for you, you need to maybe figure out somewhere in your life. One message is what's making you believe that you're not loved. Okay, what's the truth behind that feeling of not being loved, not being appreciated, not feeling worthy? Okay, look at this Two of Cups relationship. Is it something to do with a relationship that you are in? Maybe for some of you, this will make sense. But what they're saying is they want you to have relationships in your life that you feel, that you feel comfort in, that you feel content in, that you feel supported in, that you feel like they are the yin to your yang in, okay? That's the kind of relationship. They want you to have a relationship where you know you are loved. All right, pile one. So that is kind of its own little message too. But you might need to get to the truth of it. You might need to get a little bit of Scorpio energy in there, where you need to get to the bottom of what is causing this feeling of being unloved. Okay, now let's move on to the next card. We have Avoid Drama. All right, let's get a tarot with that. So what drama do you need to avoid, maybe in the 2nd, the 12th, or the 7th house, right? You need to let go of that drama so that you can bring in no drama. So that you can bring in happiness and peace and just everyone getting along and treating each other well, okay? I mean, we're talking about, I feel this is very much a Taurus, Libra, Venus kind of energy here. But remember, you're using the Scorpio energy to get to the bottom of why are these things coming up and how can you manifest ways to stop it, okay? Or how can you manifest ways, not necessarily to stop it, to manifest ways to bring in what is for your highest good. Because if you can figure out in the relationship what's for your highest good and then plant the seeds, nurture them, care for them, have the plan, right? Start bringing that stuff in. You're bringing it into reality for yourself. I guess that's the way it should be said. Now, it says Moon Madness, avoid drama, Page of Swords. It does say education on here. This could mean something to you. But with the Page of Swords, I really feel it's like taking on that young, new, curious energy that always wants to learn and know more. Okay, which is a very Scorpio energy. So I love that. They want you to take that energy on and figure out what these issues are. Where do you need to manifest here and why? It's really about the why, okay? So I'm loving that for you. Now I'm going to get another card up here. And again, remember in the dreams, I said there's something about dreams in the darkness. Maybe you're a night owl and you like to stay up late at night. I don't know. But let's, we could go with that for some of you, okay? Okay, you guys, this is craziness. This is absolutely craziness. Personal growth, self-esteem. We're talking about all of that in here. Again, Taurus, second house. So there, I'm just going to say it one more time. There is something in that second house that you need to start manifesting in for yourself. But I feel with the Scorpio energy, it's getting to the bottom of the why you need to manifest it in, and then you go for it, okay? Now, the other thing I'm going to pull here is, sorry, pull, it's sitting right there. I'm going to bring it over before I do one last oracle, is the Wool card, number 44. 44, I just feel is like stability, structure, building a strong foundation, right? It's also inward focus, which I feel really here with that Scorpio energy is kind of getting into those nonverbal feelings that you have and sorting them out. Again, getting to the bottom of things here, okay? But the message is you are woven with an embrace, protected, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. That is being content, because home is where the heart is, right? Look, she's doing something she loves, sitting by the window with a beautiful view, having her tea. You know what? It's calm and it's comforting. And I feel like that's what with this Taurus is all about the wool, okay? Taurus is all about having a peaceful, calm, comforting, you know, looks well worn, but isn't necessarily cozy home. So that's what this reminds me of. So let's just put this here and get one last card for you, Taurus. I'm sorry for you, Taurus. I feel like you could, some of you could be Taurus. Okay, that's too many. I just need one for you, pile one. Okay, this is so interesting. A lot of, it's giving you the extra house as well, really. I don't even know. For some of you, it may be the 7th or the 12th, okay? But for the majority, it's definitely the 2nd, all right? When Spirit gets on a roll here and they start giving you multiple houses over, or sorry, the same house over and over again. Yeah. We have here, I accept that here now is exactly where I am, and that it is a place of profound learning. I love this with the Scorpio energy, wanting to learn, wanting to find out, investigating your feelings, what's down deep, what's hidden below the surface, right? Because when you do that, you are going to figure out what it is that you need to start manifesting in. So use this energy to your advantage, you guys. Like seriously, it will be so beneficial to you here. Thank you very much, pile one. Maybe I'll see you in pile two. If not, I'll see you towards the middle of the month for the full moon reading, okay? And funny enough, it's a full moon in Taurus. So I feel like your November is very Taurian second house pile 1. I'm just going to say that. But anyway, I'll see you then. Thank you. Hi to those of you who chose pile 2. This card, the Apothecary Cabinet with the number 1 on it. We're going to save this until we get closer towards the end of the reading. Maybe you chose this lovely picture Jasper heart. I decided to use hearts for some reason, and I don't know why. Rather, it's what called to me rather than the moons that I normally use for my new and full moon readings. But we're going to get right into this. Remember, if you need to find out what that Scorpio energy is around this new moon, there is a time stamp. I'm going to kind of do overall energy, and but remember, these can be individual messages, and we are looking for the other houses that you can go in and maybe work on your manifestation, your dreams and wishes, bringing the good into reality for yourself. But let's get started here with Cazimi. This card, why do I feel like Cazimi, was it just last month that Cazimi come out for something? Because I hadn't ever had that card, and now it's all the time. All right, I'm going to hold this up so you can see the name, but it is frustration and dispute. Allow your mind to wonder. Hinder yourself from unnecessary answers. Oh, okay. So let's get into both of those. Now, okay. With Cazimi, we'll start there first. It says, in your heart. And what I feel with the Scorpio energy is what in your heart, there's going to be a couple things here. What in your heart do you need to get to the bottom of? Because Scorpio, as you know, if you listened and remember, but I'm going to repeat it here, Scorpio energy is about getting to the bottom of the things, finding out the truth. So is there something in your heart that you need to get to the bottom of, and you need to start bringing the good in around that, okay? There's that. But the other thing is with Cazimi is actually, so in a your natal chart, say, or an astrology chart in general, Cazimi is when any planet gets in its cycle, okay, I'm going to call it rotation, gets really close in conjunction with the sun when it's passing it, okay? Sometimes it's a few hours that happens. Sometimes it can even be a day, but really no longer, all right? And what happens when that planet is near that sun, which lights everything up and just brightens and just expands it in so many ways, that planet's energy is really, really strong, okay? So what I feel in this reading is Cancer. If you go to the 4th house and read about the 4th house, there is something there that you need to start working on, bringing in the good. Do you have dreams and wishes about your family? Because it's family, home, to do with your ancestry. It's taking care of yourself and others, but really caring and nurturing for yourself so that you can give to other people. You can't give on an empty cup. It's your inner emotions. It's your security. We talked about in the heart, your inner emotions. I feel like this is really about that for you, okay? You need to get to the bottom. It's almost like hinder yourself from unnecessary answers. You know in your heart of hearts the truth. Okay? You know in your heart of hearts the truth. And that Scorpio energy is about, again, finding out the truth and all of your nonverbal internal emotions, okay? And what you base your security on. So I really feel that you need to go back into that 4th house. If you read for it already, right? If that's where your rising or sun/zodiac sign was, and you're like, oh, I don't really feel, no, Spirit's saying, no, you need to get truthful with yourself, get to the heart of the matter, Don Henley song, and figure out what it is that you need to start manifesting in. What are your dreams and wishes? Where do you need to see the truth? And then start bringing stuff in that's going to help you, I want to say, keep the truth, live with the truth, okay? We're going to get this card too, focus. All right, well, that's exactly it. Scorpio, get down there and focus. zone into what's lying underneath the table, okay? Yeah, focus. You really need that. Look, the sun, Cazimi here, it's I want to say Cancer, fourth house must be, I know it's not, or not necessarily. I really don't know what the chart's saying, pile two, but what I do know is in this reading, they want to highlight that. They want to have a close conjunction with this. There's really something that you need to focus on there. Let's get into the rest of the cards. Be bold and make the first move. Now, there's no house on this, and that's okay. Maybe, and we're going to get other cards that will have the houses on them. But what's this about? Be bold and make the first move. Remember, these can be individual messages as well. Okay, but first off, is there something with, I'm going to say, in the heart with love, okay? Is there something that you need to be making the first move about? Is, when you get down to the heart of the matter, do you need to make that first bold move? Maybe you do. But let's get a tarot, because it's not just about love. Look, Ace of Pentacles. It is a new start, though. You need to be bold and make the first move when it comes to some sort of new start for yourself. Is it, because it's growth, right? With Pentacles here, could it be a new financial move? Could it be a new career opportunity move? There's something that you need to make a bold first move, and it's around Pentacles. So finances, career, around money. There is growth here. So I want to say that it could also, it might not be that you're going to get a new job or new money coming in, but where in that area can you be, I want to say, more aggressive, okay? So maybe I'm going to say this. I said there's no house here, but I want to tell you to look at the second house, right? Your money, your finances, your financial response, a lot of that in pile one. So if this resonates, go to pile one, okay? But a lot about money, earned income, financial responsibility, your personal possessions, properties, but it's also about your core values, how you feel about yourself, your beliefs. And maybe there needs to be a new start and growth in that area, and you need to be bold and make the first move. In other words, you need to take that step, okay? So that could be message here. So check out the second. I'm going to say that. Normally I wouldn't, because there's no sign on here, but I just feel Spirit speaking. Look at this. Next card. Release your blocks. Scorpio. Well, that's what Scorpio is all about. And I've been talking about that. It's going in to this fourth, going in now to this second, and figuring out what's blocking me here, getting to the truth of it, getting to the heart of the matter, focusing in on it, because there's something that is blocking you, okay, it's blocking you in the sense that it's keeping you from manifesting, from bringing in those dreams, wishes, what it is that you want, what's good for you. There's something that's keeping you from doing that. And let's get a card with it too. But look at those two houses and the one that you read for, okay, and figure out what's blocking me from planting the seed here and trying to manifest this. Do I feel I'm not worthy of manifesting it? Do I feel like I don't deserve to have my dreams and wishes come true? It can be stuff like that, okay? Look, the Magician, I love it. Skill, the Magician. Oh, well, I know right now it comes up with this Apothecary card, but we'll get into that in a minute. But here's the Magician. You need to be the magician in your life, okay? You need to be the magician in your life and focus on, okay, I know I have some blocks in these areas. I know there's potential for new growth here in different areas. I need to use that Scorpio energy, figure out what it is, and then I'm going to use my skills, because we all have them, to start making this happen for myself. The Magician is the master manifester, okay? Because he will use the cups, the swords, the pentacles, the wands, in other words, the water, air, earth and fire energy, because he has it all in his tool belt, all right, to start making things happen, okay? He can do it. He just puts his mind to it and he starts doing it. So I feel like that's it. Use this Scorpio energy. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm so excited to get to the bottom of that and figure out what it is you need to do. And then you start making the magic happen. Okay. Let's get this one. Self-regulation. Oh, that's interesting. How do we want to talk about? I mean, look, there's a rainbow shining down here on you guys, on this bull. Taurus. Again, Taurus in that the first pile one, the first part here, like honestly, there's something about it, the rainbow now. It's like the pot at the end of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And I told you, Taurus is all about money, earned income, final. I think that's where you need to be. If you go to pile one and watch it, if this resonates with you, that's where you need to start getting to the bottom of things here. Start being the Scorpio detective and figure out, okay, I need to turn this ship around and get moving on it. I need to charge ahead. Oh, wow, you guys. Okay. Doesn't mean that you're still not going to look at Cancer, because look, that was here with Cazimi, so important too. But you know, different people are watching this, so some of you may really resonate with that. Others of you, oh, I forgot to say this would be 8th house. We'll get into that in a minute. But others of you will really resonate with that 2nd house. Now 8th house. The 8th house. Well, we talk about death and rebirth. I mean, that's Scorpio energy right there. They want to get rid of the old and bring in the new. So this is the energy that's surrounding you, okay? And this is a magician bringing that new in, releasing the blocks, getting to the heart of what it is. I feel like that's what I need to say about that for Scorpio. But the 8th house, you can go back and read about it too, because maybe there's something hidden under the surface there in your life that you need to take a look at. Maybe something that you just kind of keep pushing down. You keep pushing it down, hoping it's going to go away, and you need to release it so that you can bring in what is good for you. Because whatever it is that you're pushing down isn't good, right? And you want to plant the seeds and start manifesting what's good for you. It could even be about taboo subjects for you too, right? Like, you know, I mean, that can fall into any area of your life, but things that you just normally might feel are a little taboo, but it's something that you're very interested in. And I guess I would say, don't worry about what other people are going to think. Are you hurting anyone? No. Are you taking advantage of anyone? No. Is this something that might make you happy? Yes. Then you know what? Explore it, all right? Maybe that's what you need to release, the judgment around that, so that you can bring in what makes you happy. Now, let's get a card here. The Chariot, progress. I said charging ahead, okay? I said charging ahead. See, and I think of the Chariot as charging ahead, charging out there, making progress, absolutely. But I always say the Chariot driver needs to be very talented, because those chariot races, I always say this too, going back to old movies and stuff, are freaking dangerous, okay? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I feel like it's plotting and planning your course. Okay, so you need to be sure about where it is that you want to go. You need to be sure once you figure out the truth behind it all, right? The inner deep feeling behind it all with that Scorpio energy. You need to plot your course to start. How am I going to grow this garden? I'm going to plant a seed here, here, and here. And look, I'm going after it. Okay, so check out 4th, check out 2nd, and check out 8th house in addition to. I'm also going to get another card here, which is going to give you another house to go and look at, okay? And again, it's what resonates with you, you don't have to go in and try to, it's either going to make sense or it won't, right? But go in and read them. Look, a change in your emotional life, Moon and Scorpio transformation. It's that 8th house again. So we've got, they're doubling down on the 8th, You may want to really go into that 8th and check something out. And it's that 8th house, and you're working with Scorpio energy, which I love. I feel you'll really be able to, if you can make the deep emotional decision and commitment to look at what it is you keep pushing under the table or under the covers or to the back of your mind. If you bring that out and get to the heart of the matter here, I really feel that you'll be able to start manifesting in around whatever that situation or issue or problem, whatever we want to call it, is for you, okay? Because it's going to be different for everyone. But let's look at the apothecary cabinet here. And I said it reminds me of the magician, the minute. Well, it's a number 1. That's one reason, okay? But it says, see, because here's a whole cabinet, right, of things to help you. It could be medicinal. It could be in other areas of your life, right? Think of the apothecary, the old, I call them the old drugstores, right? Back in the day, it was you would go to the apothecary and they would help you with different things. Now it says, without practice, without befriending them, they are strangers in your path. It's kind of weird and cryptic, but again, it I just don't understand everything. That could make perfect sense to you. But what I feel the message from Spirit is here, because the minute I saw it, I didn't even think about what was said. I just went, well, there's a whole bunch of tools like the magician has with the number 1. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can use to make things better in your life. Okay, that's how the minute I saw it, that's what I thought. So that's what I want to say. Look, you have 2 cards coming out here telling you, you can do this. You have what you need. You need to be bold and make the first move. You need to release the blocks. You need to focus in with this Cazimi energy around the 4th house especially. But we could also say around the 2nd and around the 8th, because those cards come out as well. Let me get one last card for you, pile 2, before we go. This has been, this one just kind of come out. I have power. It is real. You do. That's with the magician. You have the power to manifest. We all do. It takes work, though. This isn't just I want. And you may even pray. You may even meditate on it. I want this in my life. It can be things. It can be very deep, meaningful things for you. It can be physical things. It can be about anything. But the reality is, God, source, universe, whomever it is for you, helps those who help themselves. We need to plant those seeds and we need to work towards them. And when Spirit, that encompasses all of that, sees us working, then they will start working on the back end. And that's when we start seeing dreams and wishes and manifestations coming in, okay? But you do have power. It is real. And you just need to put that power and energy into manifesting whatever it is for you, okay? Thank you very much, Pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you. Well, I really think for some of you, if the money thing was really that 2nd house, was really calling to you, or things about your core values and your core beliefs, go check out Pile 1. Okay. If not, I'll see you in the full moon reading around the middle of the month, and hopefully in some of my other readings. Check them out too. Bye-bye.